Ahmad, this seems to be the year of Orson Welles. New York University and New York's Film with the Public program have just completed a tribute to him. The Museum of Broadcasting is planning a major salute later this year on the 50th anniversary of his legendary War of the Worlds radio broadcast. And right now, moviegoers can see Orson Welles' final film appearance in Henry Jaglom's Someone to Love, in which Welles more or less plays himself.
I've always been deeply suspicious of that line the Founding Fathers wished on us, the pursuit of happiness. I think happiness is not our right. It's an achievement. It's a bit of luck.
Luck was not always on Orson Welles' side in Hollywood. After his spectacular debut as star, director, and co-writer of Citizen Kane, things went wrong, especially when he went to South America to make a film commissioned by Nelson Rockefeller and the Wartime Office of Inter-American Affairs. Welles started out by shooting the famous Carnival in Rio. Then he became fascinated with the story of 4 poor fishermen who sailed a makeshift raft thousands of miles to protest living conditions to their government. He vowed to bring the story of these fishermen and their simple village to the screen with dignity and beauty. But a change of ownership at RKO, his Hollywood studio, brought people to power who were unsympathetic to Welles and his film. They pulled the plug, and it was never completed. Welles later said it was the turning point of his directing career, and it soured him forever about working in Hollywood.
I saw right at the beginning that the odds, it's like the 2 zeros on the wheel in Vegas. The odds are against the player here.
But now the footage he shot so many years ago has been discovered and preserved. Welles' longtime associate Richard Wilson, who was with him in South America, hopes to reconstruct the film.
Brazil should have some say in that because it is passed through the legislature that they'll put up enough money to complete it. They're tremendously interested in doing that. And so we would really like to do that. And we would like to fulfill this obligation to them. We'd like to fulfill the homage to Orson.
Wilson also hopes to refute the negative rumors and remarks about Welles' unreliability that dogged him for so many years after the Brazilian fiasco.
I have always felt that given the opportunity and given the financing for a picture, that he would do a picture as great or if not greater than Citizen Kane, that he had that capacity right up to the end of his life.
Meanwhile, we can savor the formidable presence of Orson Welles in the films that do exist, including his last one, Someone to Love.
I'm not going to say cut.
I'll say cut. I'm a director.
Say cut.
A director right to the end. Incidentally, also this year, there's going to be a Laserdisc release with some of Welles' greatest radio shows on it. So I guess you could say we are in the midst of a Orson Welles renaissance.
Thank you, Leonard.
Thanks, Leonard.
When we come back, a record for comedian Bob Hope and for some stars turned tennis players. It was all love as they volleyed against a crippling disease.